Hello students, I'm Gauri Shenoy. Hope you all are fine. This is the last part of the chapter Cell, the Unit of Life. We have in the previous class, in the previous lecture, we have learned till Golgi bodies. Today we are going to study about the organelle known as lysosomes. Now, lysosome students, as you can see, they are also known as intracellular digestive systems. These green color things which you see in the cell, they are lysosomes. They are also known as intracellular digestive centers. Okay. Now, these lysosomes are present only in the animal cell. Lysosomes are absent in the plant cell. They are present only in the animal cell and they contain powerful digestive chemicals. Okay, so this lysosome contains certain chemicals which help in digestion. That is why they are known as intracellular digestive systems. Next, we are going to study about their function. Now, as they contain digestive enzymes or the chemicals, they break things down. So, because they contain certain chemicals, they help in digestion of the food or breaking of certain substances. Okay, their enzymes, they can destroy and digest foreign substances around them. So, lysosomes can destroy, they can digest foreign substances. They digest the stored food during starvation of the cell. So when we are not eating any food, okay, still we can stay alive for a few days. So this is because the stored food in our body is digested with the help of lysosomes during the starvation period. When we are starving, the stored food is digested with the help of lysosomes. Then many damaged cells are rapidly destroyed or they are dissolved with the help of lysosomes. So the cells in our body which are damaged, so we need to replace them with a new one. So they are rapidly destroyed. These damaged cells are destroyed by the lysosomes. They are also dissolved by the lysosomes and hence they are known as suicide sacs or suicide bags. This question is often asking you reason why lysosomes are known as suicide bags, because they can rapidly destroy or digest the damaged cells in our body. That is why they are known as suicide bags or suicide sacs. Then the next organelle is centrosome and centriole. Now again, centrosome is found only in animal cell. Okay, we are talking about the centrosome. This is found only in animal cell, that too near the nucleus. It is absent in the plant cell. Okay, so here you can see that here you can see a centriole over here. Okay, so this is the magnified view of centriole. Centrosome contains centriole. So this centrosome, which you can see over here, that contains centrioles. Function of centrosome is it initiates cell division. So mitosis, meiosis, this is the stages of cell division which are initiated with the help of centrosome. Then centrosome contains two centrioles which are short bundles of microfilaments. As you can see here, this is a centriole which appears like it has a filament like structure, or it is in the form of bundle of filaments. Okay, now they also help in spindle fiber formation during cell division. So the basic function of centriole and the centrioles is they initiate cell division, that is they initiate mitosis and meiosis, and they also help in spindle fiber formation during the cell division. The next organelle is vacuole. Now, vacuole is an empty space which you see in the cell. Now, this is membrane-bound sacs for storage, digestion, and waste removal. So they are also, you can see them as round or they have an irregular shape in some cases, and they are just sac-like structures, but they are bounded by the membrane. They have a definite membrane, and this vacuoles or this sacs are used for storage. They are used for digestion and also for removal of waste substance. They contain water solution and they help in maintaining the maintaining the shape of the plants. Okay, so this, as you can see, this is a plant cell, which has plant cell usually have a larger vacuole than the animal cells. Okay, so thus they also help in maintaining the shape of the plants. The function of the vacuole is to store the food. digestion, removal of waste, and to maintain the shape of the cell. Okay, so as you can see here, this is an animal cell, this is a plant cell. Plant cell has a larger vacuole than the animal cell. This is the vacuole which is present in the animal cell. Functions of the vacuole, as I told you, it stores water and food material. It stores waste and helps the cell get rid of waste. So it also stores water, it also stores food inside it. Sometimes it helps in removal of waste from the cell. Plant cell contains a large central vacuole filled with water, which helps in giving the shape. So as we all know, plant cell has a rigid or a definite shape. So that is mainly because of the vacuole that is filled with water. Then the next organelle is plastids. Now plastids are present only in the plant cells. Okay, they are not present in the animal cells. These organelles are found in different shapes. They may be oval, they may be spherical, they may be disc shaped. So they have different types of shape. And depending upon their color, they are classified into these three types. So plastids are the organelles which are present only in the plant cell. They appear in different shapes. They may be circular, spherical, oval, or disc shape. And depending upon the color or the pigment that they have, the plastids are characterized or they categorized into these three types. So the first type of the plasmid is chromoplast. Okay, these are variously colored plastids. Okay, so they have different types of colors, basically yellow, orange, and red. Okay, now this chromoplast is present mainly in the petals of the flowers. They are present in the fruits, and they are present in different type of pigments. Okay, for example, xanthophyll. Xanthophyll is a pigment which imparts yellow color to the fruit or the flower. Carotene, you know, it is a pigment which imparts orangish red color. Carrot, okay, is full of carotene. This is a pigment which is present in the carrots. That is why it has got orangish red color. Any type of fruit which is yellow in color will have the pigment xanthophyll. So basically, chromoplasts are the plastids which have different types of uh, colored. These are different types of colored plastids. It can be yellow, it can be red, or it can be orange. Okay. Then we have chloroplasts. Chloroplasts, these are the green colored plastids. Okay, and these plastids, they have green colored pigment known as chlorophyll. Okay, so chloroplasts are the green color plastids which contain the pigment chlorophyll, as you can see here, which imparts green color to the leaves or to the plants. And last type of plastid is a leucoplast. Leucoplast is a colorless plastid, and this plastid is they have no pigment. Okay, they are colorless. That is why it is known as leucoplast. This plastids help in storage of starch. So basically it is found in potatoes. Okay, where potatoes are full of starch. So potato contains leucoplast plastids. So this is how a chloroplast looks. This is a chloroplast plastid which is present only in the plant cell. It is green and oval shape. Why it is green? Because it contains pigment chlorophyll. So this is a detailed view of chloroplast, the inner view of chloroplast. So chloroplast plastids are oval in shape. They are green in color because they contain pigment chlorophyll. Now what about the function of chloroplast? They are the site of photosynthesis. So as you all know, plants can prepare their own food with the help of chlorophyll, with the help of sunlight, with the help of water. So this chlorophyll is present inside this chloroplast. So it is a site of photosynthesis. Along with that, it traps sun's energy to convert it into the glucose. So the main function of chloroplast is to trap the solar energy and convert it into glucose and store in the plants. Okay, then that is all with the different type of organelles we have studied. We have studied about the different type of plastids. We have studied about the endoplasmic reticulum, ribosomes, mitochondria, Golgi apparatus, centrosomes, centrioles. Okay, so you must know the exact location and function of all these organelles. Now coming to plant cell and animal cell, a comparative study between a plant cell and an animal cell. Again, a very favorite question which is often asked in the exam. This is a plant cell, as you all can see, and an animal cell. Here you can see they have a large central vacuole. Okay, there is only one vacuole and it is large, whereas here they don't have a large central vacuole. If vacuoles are present, they are small and they are not present in the center. They can be anywhere in the cytoplasm. Plant cells contains chloroplast. Animal cells do not contain chloroplast. So this is a chloroplast cell which is present only in the plant cell and absent in the animal cell. They have a rigid cell wall. Why they have a rigid cell wall? Because it is made up of cellulose, okay, outside the cell membrane. So outside the cell membrane, they have a cell wall, whereas here they do not have a rigid cell wall. Because of the rigid cell wall, it imparts a definite shape to the plant cell, whereas in animal cell, as they don't have the rigid cell wall, they have an irregular shape. Okay, so these are few differences between plant cell and animal cell. As you can see here in plant cell, as I told you, they have a definite cell wall made up of cellulose, and animal cell wall is absent. Okay, so basically the green leafy vegetables which we use, they are full of fibers, we say. Okay, because they contain this cellulose. Okay, cellulose is nothing, it is a type of a fiber, you can say. Okay, which we cannot digest actually, but it acts as a roughage inside our body. It helps in good bowel, or it maintains proper bowel movements. So plant cell have a definite cell wall made up of cellulose, and animal cell wall is absent. Here they have the centrosomes are absent in plant cell. What is the function of centrosome? They initiate cell division. Whereas in animal cells, centrosomes are present and they are near the nucleus. Plant cell, as I told you just now, they have one or more prominent vacuole concerned with excretion or secretion. So they have one prominent or a big vacuole present in the center, whereas in animal cells, if vacuoles are present, they are small and they are temporary. Now here plant cell has a rigid shape because of the rigid cell wall, and animal cell, as they do not have a cell wall, the shape is irregular. Cytoplasm is not so dense in plant cell, whereas in case of animal cell it is denser and more granular. In case of animal cell, it has more granules inside the animal cell. Cytoplasm is pushed to the periphery. If you observe the plant cell, you will see that cytoplasm is always concentrated towards the periphery. It is not towards the center or towards the nucleus. It is on the boundaries. Whereas in case of animal cell, it fills the entire cell. So it is evenly distributed in the animal cell. Plant cell contains plastids. Animal cells, the plastids are absent. So these are the differences between plants and animal cells. Then at the end of the chapter, we have certain examples of cellular activities. Now, you all know that every activity which is going on inside our body, or which is going on in any living organism, is an outcome of cellular activity, right? We have n number of cells in our body which actually carries out all these activities. Now let us have a look. First one is growth. Now we all grow, okay? We grow in size. So as we grow, the number of cells in us also multiplies. There is an addition of number of cells in our body as we grow. So such growth in the production of more body substances and cell substances is because of the cellular activities. Why we grow in size? Because the cells in our body are growing. Okay, they are growing in number, they are growing in the size. That is why we are growing. Then repair. Repair of any injury or regeneration of lost part is due to the cell divisions. Okay, whenever we get hurt, after few days, the wound gets healed properly. The skin, okay, which eventually has got hurt, the outer epidermis of our skin, you will see that it is repaired and new layer of skin has formed over it, or through the days or within few days. So this is because of the cell division that is happening inside our body. Then movement, this we have already, I have told you, movement, okay, when we move, when we walk, when we jump, or when the birds fly, okay, all these different types of movements are because of the cellular activities, okay. Take an example of human beings. When we walk, okay, or when we move our arms, what actually happens is the contraction and relaxation of the muscles are taking place. Muscles are nothing but tissues, but they are eventually made up of cells. So cells are helping us in moving our arms or in moving our legs. So that is about the movement. So it is also an example of cellular activity. Then coming to feeding and nutrition. Now here also there are many steps which are present in feeding and nutrition, the food that we eat, okay. So what happens, the sensory cells are present. The first thing what we do is we take a morsel of food in the mouth. So inside our mouth, what do we have? We have a tongue which is made up of many sensory cells, okay. Tongue is muscular, but it has muscle cells, it has sensory cells, okay. Then which helps in chewing the food. It helps, the tongue helps in swallowing the food down, or it helps in chewing the food. Then we have the digestive glands which are present. Again, they are made up of cells. These cells secrete different types of enzymes which will react with the food that we are eating, which will then absorb the important nutrients and will store certain substances like fat in our body and then throw out the waste material. So this feeding and nutrition is also carried out by the cell. Then we have circulation of blood. Now, circulation of blood or circulation of any type of fluid in our body, okay, is because of contraction of muscle cells which are present in the heart. Heart is a muscular organ, okay. So this muscles, they even have even though the heart muscles are made up of, it is a, when we say a cardiac muscles, okay, it is a type of tissue, a cardiac tissue, which is eventually made up of cell. So circulation of blood is also because of the cellular activity. Respiration, okay, that is transportation of gases from lungs to different parts of our body is with the help of the blood cells, okay. Oxygen, as you all know, it is transported to different parts of our body with the help of blood. So that is because of the blood cells. Protection, okay, our body protects itself from different types of germs, from different types of disease causing germs, you can say. So we can fight with this disease causing germs because of the white blood cells which are present in our body. So this white blood cells protect our body from different types of germs. Then sensation, okay, we can feel something, we can taste, we can smell, okay, we can hear. All these is possible because of the sensory cells which are present in different organs of our body. Then we have thermoregulation. Okay, thermoregulation is to maintain the body heat. Okay, so that is again a cellular activity. Okay, it cools down our body when it is hot outside by sweating. Okay, now it is a summer season, it is hot outside, so we sweat a lot. So because of this sweating, what happens? The body temperature is cooled down. So that is nothing but thermoregulation to maintain the temperature of our body. This is again brought about by the cells which are present in our skin or present in the sweat glands. Then reproduction. Reproduction is also it is an activity, it is a cellular activity, okay. All organisms produce the young ones or the babies, and this is through the cellular activity. As I told you, we all are multicellular organism, but we begin our life as a single cell, okay. So that reproduction is also because of the cellular activity. So these are few examples which tells us that all the activities which takes place in our body are nothing but the outcomes of the cellular activities. Okay, that's it, student. We are I've finished the chapter. We have done with the chapter. Okay, thank you so much.